Hi there, my name is David A. Wheeler, and today I'm going to give a brief demonstration of how to start getting your own CII Best Practices badge for your open source software project. So to have a demo, we're first going to have a project. I've created a trivial Hello World program in Python. It's a little project, just says Hello World with the standard output, sorry. Um, and if people want to know how to contribute to it, they can go to contributing.md. Let's look quickly at the files. It's got a hello.py, which just says hello world. We have a trivial test program, which basically runs it and makes sure that we get the value hello world. We have a little license. In this case, it's the MIT license. And some contribution instructions, how to get it, how to provide feedback. We point to how to use GitHub via GitHub help if somebody doesn't know how to do that. Here are 3 contribution requirements. Have to conform to our license and agree to a developer certificate of origin. Have to pass PEP 8, which is the style guide, and a style checker, and have to pass the test suite. And here's a little bit of how to install that style checker. This is a trivial program. All programs can be improved, but at least it's something to work with. Let's go to the Badge App application. You'll notice here that we have the CII Best Practices badge, and we can go get our badge. Except when we try to do that, it's going to say, hey, wait a minute, I've got to log in, sign in, add a project. Now, I have a GitHub account, and I'll just use that to log in. And it says, hey, you want to create a new badge? If you happen to be using GitHub, then you can easily pick it off from a pick list. There it is right there. If it's not, you can still use it. Just enter the URLs here. Now it's automatically trying to fill in a lot of the form in order to figure out what's already there for me. It says, hey, now you can edit your project badge status. And it's already filled in the name of the project. It's filled in the description. I have a URL for the project and the version control and so on. Currently, this doesn't figure out the implementation language, but I can just fill that in. Now, do I think that I've succinctly described what the software does? I think I have in the main page there. It does. Do I provide information on how to do that? Yes, I do. It's asking, hey, can you tell us what URLs you use that provide that information? Well, it's this contributing page actually. So I'll just add that hypertext link right here. I need to explain the contribution process, but indeed it's detected that seems to be met. It should include requirements for acceptable contributions. The form can't figure out if that's enough, but in fact I have done so. And here again I'm going to say the details. Details are provided in. What license? It's already figured out that's an MIT license, and in fact that's approved by the Open Source Initiative, so it's already figured that out, and this as well. How about the documentation? Must provide basic documentation. It hasn't found any folders for documentation, but frankly, this is such a trivial program, I'm going to argue that in fact README is sufficient. The README is sufficient because this is a trivial program. Do I provide reference documentation and external? I believe I've met, even though, frankly, because again, this is such a trivial program. Are my project sites protected with HTTPS? Yes. I'm on GitHub, so it's already figured out what I use for that. Do I provide documentation in English? Do I accept bug reports and comments in English? Absolutely. So in fact, I filled in the first part of the form, and what I can do now is save and continue. And you'll notice that as I keep clicking on METs and so on, this value up here keeps increasing. Let me push save and continue. And it's now asking me about change control. And again, it's filled in some answers. I basically just keep walking through the form and either determining it's met or unmet, basically editing and so on, and every once in a while saving and continue, or submitting, which is just save and stop editing. As I verify that certain things are valid, it will keep increasing that. When I get to 100%, I have received a passing badge. That's really it. It's basically very, very straightforward, and you don't need to succeed in getting all of it all at once. It's perfectly fine to hit a criterion, and say, "Oh wait, I don't meet that." Save what you have, go on, and then come back and finish later.